online. Yeah. So today's session, media cost. So the completion of session, you will learn about the media cost as we continue from the last class in terms of reach, frequency of a different media vehicle and advertising units, and what is cost per thousand and intermedia comparison cost analysis. As I said earlier, uh, I'll be uploading the videos on the Moodle, and the same sense we will give some practical uh, activities or assignments to calculate the media cost and the thing that will make you to understand more than this theory lecture part. Okay, with this we'll go get into the media cost understanding. Is the PPT visible?
Not clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Not just a minute. Is it fine now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, understanding media cloth. So, as in the previous class, media vehicle. So, any medium that carries the planned message. So, once you understand the audience of a medium or a media vehicle, then the next process is to start estimating or calculating the media planning. So estimating, calculating the media comes in the media planning stage. That process starts. So media planning and negotiating are based on judging how efficient media are and comparing the cost of one media vehicle with another. The planning is not simply putting it in whichever the media that is available or whichever media that is affordable to you. So all other factors to be considered. Here it is critical in analyzing the media planning and that negotiating are based on judging. So you have to judge how efficient the media are and comparing the cost of one media vehicle with the another. So absolute cost and relative cost. So in advertising industry, they used to say absolute cost and relative cost. So absolute cost, sometimes called as a unit cost or vehicle cost. As I said, media vehicle cost. Refer to what you're going to pay for placement in a specific media vehicle. So how much they are charging. For example, a full page black and white advertisement in a national edition of a newspaper, leading newspaper, costs approximately rupees 2 lakh 40,000. And running a 30-second commercial during the IPL or any festive season costs approximately 40 lakhs. Just a minute. Okay, so absolute cost in terms called as unit cost and relative cost, which is referred to what you're going to pay for placement in a specific media vehicle. As I said, media vehicle like broadcast television, or it's a newspaper or any radio shows. For example, a full page black and white advertisement in the national edition of the leading newspaper costs approximately 2,40,000. It's a full page. Note down, it varies. Running a 30-second commercial during the IPL or any festive season costs approximately 40 lakhs. So buying a local commercial or during a popular morning show in a leading FM channel in the capital city might cost rupees 40,000. So it varies to the different media vehicle. So there is the absolute costs. So the unit costs vary widely and are based largely on the total number of impressions that the individual media vehicle delivers the value, delivers the value that advertisers place on those impressions. Here, the important point to note is the impressions. So the total number of impressions that the particular individual media vehicle delivers and the value that advertisers place on those impression is the unit cost. So that brings us to relative cost. For example, it is important to understand relative efficiency of the IPL and the leading national newspaper. See, the leading national newspaper, you just relate it with the leading national newspaper to the IPL. So it's important to understand the relative efficiency of the IPL and the leading national newspaper. Without such an understanding, how we can calculate, or how you do know the best values. So to compare one media vehicle to another and one medium to another, the gold standard in media cost comparison is cost per thousand, or CPM. So as I said, no, it's a different media vehicle. Leading national newspaper is the newspapers, and IPL or any festive season commercials is a television or broadcast channels. So comparing the relative efficiency of one media vehicle to the another media vehicle is the media cost comparison, what we call it as cost per thousand. Okay, so it is CPT. It is important. That is why it is cost per thousand. In advertising, the number thousand can be abbreviated as K, kilo. That it's a common. You all know K or M, million. So K, number thousand is abbreviated as K. Most often K is used for money and M is used for audiences. So in advertising, wherever the K denotes the money and M denotes the audiences. So because 1,000 into 1,000 equals 10 lakhs. That's a million. MM is used to mean a million. So it is a just a background to explain the abbreviation of this CPT, cost per thousand, as CPM rather than CPT. So with the little history lesson, we can put the CPM down to work. How this works? CPM, cost per million, CPT, cost per thousand. Okay, so CPM is a mainstay for comparing one media vehicle to another. So as well as comparing one medium to another. So CPM compares one medium to another. So let's start off by looking how to use CPM to compare one media vehicle to another. So it is very difficult to compare one media vehicle because you must take into account the advertising unit rates of the all media vehicles and its prices with the reach of impressions that they deliver. So it's bit critical, and these sections and these units will be little critical, and one requires a strategic analytic skill to calculate these things. So as a theoretical thing, that's we will be knowing how it works. Let's say you are looking two different magazines that have different unit rates. Each and every media vehicle, either it a magazine or a newspaper, they have their own unit rates. It's not universally common. So magazine A, for example, magazine A with a circulation of 2.1 million charges rupees 30,000 for a full page advertisement, and magazine B with a circulation of 1.2 million charges rupees 18,000 for the same full page ad. So we might expect that magazine with the larger circulation charges more because cost rise as you reach more people, but it is the more economical way to reach your audience. This is the CPM comes into play here. So just compare the two rates or prices within the same magazine industry. Instead of trying to compare the cost and circulation at the same time, we assume that the same, continuing with the magazine A and magazine B example. So we assume that each magazine has a circulation of only 1,000. Okay, CPM. We compare the cost for each 1,000 circulation by dividing the advertising rate by the circulation to get the cost of advertising in a single copy of the publication. Whether it may be 2.1 million or 1.2 million, which is efficient, 30,000 or 80,000. So we have to calculate whether spending 30,000 for magazine A will be more efficient, or spending 18,000 for magazine B will be more efficient, since it has a 2.1 million of circulation and this 1.2 million circulation. Here comes the CPM. So we to avoid this confusion, to assume that each magazine has a circulation of only 1,000. So each 1,000 circulation, by dividing the advertising rate by the circulation to get the cost of advertising of the single copy of the publication. Okay, just a minute. Ah, well, yes. So just comparing the cost efficiency here, which one will be more efficient? Whether spending 30,000 to reach 2.1 million circulation of having a magazine A, or uh, or 18,000 which charges 18,000 which the magazine B which have circulation of 1.2 million. So to start with this uh, calculation, assume that each magazine has a circulation of only 1000. So thus we multiply the answer, okay, by 1000 to compare the cost of a 1000 copy circulation. Here you see the CPM for magazine A 30,000 divided by the 2.1 million into 1000 gives 14.28 CPM. So usually we used to calculate the percentage, no? The likewise here CPM, cost per million or cost per 1000 used to do, no? It's cost per million. So you see 30,000 divided by 2.1 million into 1000, which says 14.28 CPM, and 18,000 divided by 1.2 million into 1000 is rupees 15 billion. So according to the CPM analysis, magazine A has a CPM based on its circulation of rupees 14.28, whereas magazine B has a CPM of rupees 15. In this case, the CPMs are a little bit virtually identical. Magazine A has a 75% higher circulation than magazine B and is priced at relatively the same cost as the smaller circulation of publication. So just how they're comparing, it's a basic calculation. So magazine A seems to be the better value of the two. So taking a decision to go with magazine A, 30,000 is not much. This is the relatively calculating the CPM. So this is a basic CPM analysis. You can calculate with the newspapers or magazine based on the circulation. So CPM is used in every media analysis, from even print to what you say, print to broadcast to online. So the only difference between various media is the method used to calculate the audience. So here in newspapers and magazines, we used to call it as a circulation. Raw circulation figures are used for point of comparison for print media. So whereas audience estimates for broadcast and online figures or the audience figures, still the same analysis can be performed whether you're comparing two websites or two television program. So CPM can be calculated as an intermediate comparison analysis also. So it is difficult for the most seasoned media professional to compare advertisements in different media. So, for example, is a full page four color bleed advertisement in a magazine the equivalent of a 30-second network television commercial? These are difficult questions. So we can't compare the intermediate. So although there is some research in the area of intermediate comparisons, much of it remains proprietary, meaning the research is generally owned by that medium itself. For example, they choose not to share it because it's very highly strategical. So it's a money involved business. So in the case of intermediate comparisons, CPM is a standard to apply, but certainly should not be the only analysis that the media planners use. So CPM is the standard measure for comparing the media, but it should not be used within a vacuum. So it provides the basis for determining the value, not the aspect of assigning value to the medium. CPP. Next is cost per point. For example, CPM is the main cost comparison criterion when looking at a various variety of media, but planners work with broadcast cost, both a national and local basis, use a standard called this CPP, cost per point. A cost per point compares broadcast vehicles on the basis of how much it costs to reach 1% of the audience. Remember that 1% reach is the same as a rating point. So we call this comparison cost per point. Do you remember the rating and sharing, which we discussed in the last class, the numerical reach and the percentage reach? Here that 1% reach is the same as the rating point, 1%. Let's take a look at CPP, cost per point. Let's take a look at how you might use a CPP in comparing two television stations. Television station A costs rupees 10,000 per commercial unit and reaches 4.8% of our audience. This is the rating. So we simply divide the cost by the rating to derive the CPP. CPP is equal to 10,000 divided by 4.8 gives you 2083 CPP. Now look at television station B, charges rupees 12,000 per unit and achieves a rating of 5%. Its CPP would be as follows: 12,000 by 5 is equal to 2,400 CPP. In this example, television station A is slightly more efficient in reaching a rating 0.1% of the audience than in the television B. When media negotiators are rapidly calculating hundreds of programs and stations, now the CPP is a cost key measure for efficiency, cost per million, CPM, and cost per point. So this then online cost analysis. Next, the print, broadcast, and online. So as you said earlier, the online media world offers much deeper diagnostics and relatively compare than this print and broadcast than most other media, print and broadcast. CPM is the initial standard for all online analysis, whether it is in search engine marketing. You heard about the term search engine marketing. So search engine marketing is like optimizing a website, optimizing your web page to list out in the front page when any users are the people who search in the search engine. So the second layer of cost analysis beyond the CPM is the cost per click. Here, when it comes to online, everything is click. CPC, cost per click. So if you see the Google ads or many advertisements, no, the click matters. How many clicks have been made by that particular advertisement? So that decides the cost per click. So this cost per click is calculated simply dividing the media cost by the number of clicks obtained within a certain time frame. Here, when it's coming to online, the certain time frame is included to to measure the cost per click. So number of clicks obtained in a certain time frame. You have been came across many what do you say, the online advertisements popping up when you are browsing. So most online media professionals analyze their online plans after a week or two of activity to determine which sites, what creative exhibition are producing the lowest CPC. So, which help you to add more impressions to proven performers, eliminate poorly performing sites, or add contingency sites to the campaign. So this will help you to make more adjustment and subsequent schedules to the websites. Cost per click. You're not getting more into this online. So what I have been discussing, presenting here are just a basic preliminary level of analysis and understanding the cost comparison and media cost. So then internet pricing, some systems advertising on the internet uses same pricing approach, cost per thousand, and advertising in other media. So size based pricing depend upon the size of advertisement, a portion of as a portion of web page. So size based of advertising, click through rates, as I said, no, CPC, how many clicks, time spent listening or viewing that particular visiting page. As you are all familiar with the this YouTube, no, it based on the time spent listening or viewing or visiting. So views decides the internet pricing. As a, if I am right, then 4,000 hours of view and 1,000 subscribers. Okay, so click through rates is the subscribers. They're not calculating any comments or likes. Okay, only the subscribers value and the time spent on viewing that particular video, particular content. Okay, size based pricing, as I said, no, what is the size that they are going to use in a particular thing? Cost per transaction charges. So if an actual purchase is made, I think now it's become a hybrid media. For example, the people who are posting online their videos, they are giving some links below to their particular video. If you make a purchase, if somebody made a purchase through that particular link, no, then you can earn money. Okay, there is cost per transaction. So which this diminishes the role of common interest searches that do not result in buying behavior at that particular time. So they are prescribing the links below the videos where they become the advertising vehicle, advertising medium for that particular product. So this cost per transaction. This becomes the hybrid media where it includes click-through rates interlinked with the time spent listening and viewing to the cost per transaction. Okay, this is the trade-off in this internet pricing. So going back to the beginning of the session, we discussed two kinds of cost analysis. Okay, two kinds of cost analysis. The initial analysis is the absolute cost, and the second is the relative cost. So these two pillars of media value analysis are used by media planners in their determination of how to do the best media plan for the money. As a brand manager in charge of media budget or media money, it's important to you ask a variety of questions regarding media cost. The first question is, what can I do effectively for the money that I have to invest in media? So this is not asking what the best CPM or what the best media plan is. comparing all the many factors. Okay, let's take a look at an example of a national packaged goods brand on a $1 million budget. Here are three plans. For instance, you have given three plans developed for the same product by different media agencies. Okay, Plan A was developed by CPM driven agency, which said that the brand should schedule national television spots for 8 weeks within daytime television day apart with approximately 40 target rating points or TRPs per week or 15 to 20 commercials per week. So CPM driven agency gives you the best media plan as the plan A. Plan B recommended magazines as the support plan. Their plan consisted of 6 months of supporting using 6 publications with 4 insertions. That's media insertions per publication, total 24 insertions. Plan C recommend allocating the money to the 6 best markets for the brand to develop a television and print support plan that would cover 75% of the year activity. So different factors involved in the media plan to efficiently different strategies have been used by different media, what you say, the planners. So here it's an example. I listed out three plans, how it's developed with the three people having a magazine plan, CPM driven, and market plan to cover entire thing. So based on the question of effectiveness, which of these plans do you feel meets the criteria? Do you get the same answer if you ask the questions? Which plan is the most cost efficient? Common sense would tell you that plan A might be cost efficient, CPM driven agency. It may not be very effective. On the other hand, plan C may be the most effective, but it may be too limiting in terms of sales and efficiency. And so there you have the trade offs. So that's how the cost trade off works in this media planning with every media plan and negotiation. There is always a trade off between what can be done well and what is most efficient for the brand. So as media plans, no, it is important to understand the fundamentals of cost analysis. Even more important to understand the fundamentals of trade-off analysis. As I said, no, two things, two skills that is required for a media planner or a media manager: the cost wise and the trade. Knowing the technicality and the nuances that involved in media pricing, media planning, different media vehicles and media costs and how media is measured, different media vehicles and audiences are measured, and the trade-offs. As I said, no, it is more always a trade-off between what can be done well as the three plans are in front of you and what is most efficient for the brand. So that way you have to get some sort of compromising, where we call it here it as a trade-off. Okay. As I said earlier,